Beer freaks and beer geeks. Larry Payton here, craft beer with me, and this is the Brewers Banter.
Drink beer.
Beer, brewers, and boozers. I'm Larry Payton. Welcome to Brewers Banter. Thanks for tuning in again. Great to see you guys. Tonight we have the CBANS on, the Craft Beer Association of Nova Scotia. And representing them tonight will be Blair from Topside Brewing and Chris, who's coming from the Harbour Brewing.
There you go. Chris is on. What's up, buddy?
Not a lot. Just got home.
Working. What were you doing today? Maybe brewing or something, or what were you up to?
Today, I brewed, but I was just trying to make sure I got two new batches transferred in the bright tank, so it'll be cold by tomorrow morning.
Nice.
Gotta get it done, otherwise I lose 12 hours. So
that's not. You don't want to lose that. That's precious time. Why don't we start off here and just let everyone know about you. Who are you? Where you're from? Give us the whole background on the Harbour.
Where am I from? Originally England. I started brewing in Montreal in 1991 for a local brewery. I came to Nova Scotia in 2015 and started the Harbour Brewing Company in 2018. So we're 4 years old, just over.
4 years. And how's it going over there? I've been out to visit you guys a couple times. I love it out there.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's fun. No, things are going good. The Harbour is certainly a growing place, but there's still a very seasonal nature to the number of people around. So winter can be long and slow. Summer's just crazy busy. So
okay, well, this is your time. Yeah, a lot of tourists are going out there anyway. I mean, it's beautiful out there. I was out there visiting the lighthouses all the time and stuff, and it's a gorgeous part of the HRM.
There he is, the man himself.
There he is. How's it going, buddy?
My problem was I was trying to use my laptop.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh well, there you go.
I don't know why Instagram causes problems with that, man. It's just the way it seems to go. All right, so we've got Chris Downey from the Harbour Brewing and Blair Tobin from Topside Brewing, both located in Nova Scotia. The Harbour is in Musquodoboit Harbour, and Topside is located in Bedford. We've got a little spinny wheel on Blair right now. Hopefully that comes in. So, Chris, we were just getting the background on the Harbour. That's been open for 4 years. Where's, for people who haven't visited, and what I was going to get into is it's odd that a lot of people from the HRM don't seem to get out to Musquodoboit Harbour. I don't know if they realize what they're missing out there.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful part of the country. Great beaches, great walks, great hikes, great everything.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I think historically people from Halifax have thought of it as being too far out.
Right.
But that's just a question of perspective. I came here from Montreal where half an hour's drive, I've done 2 stop signs. Well, half an hour's drive, I've been in Dartmouth. So it's just perspective. And I think that's changing. More and more people are coming out here and enjoying what we have.
It's good. Awesome. Okay, so before we get into the C-band stuff, we've heard from Chris. Blair, tell us about you, the background. Tell us about. I think you might have. Someone's got their volume up pretty high. I think because I'm hearing myself and.
Yeah.
Is that you, Blair? Have your volume up?
Oh, I got my volume up to hear you, but can't seem to connect my earbuds at the moment.
Okay. Let us know about. Give us the whole background on Topside.
Yeah. How's the sound? Am I good?
You're good. It's just there's a major. Everything I'm saying is muffled because it's coming back through.
Okay. It might be coming back to me. I don't know.
Yeah, it is. Do you want to try to reconnect your AirPods?
Yeah, I'll try to connect here.
Just try it. Yeah. Technology, Chris, man. Technology.
I know. You love it. You love it.
It's unreal. I know.
When it works, it works.
We should have done this. We could have done this by postcard. I mean, it would have taken a lot longer to do.
Do people still do postcards?
You know what's funny, man? I think so. We were talking about this earlier today, myself and another guy, and it's like, I know we were sort of, he's got to come down to Nova Scotia in a couple of weeks, and he's in Toronto, and so we were sort of wondering, hey man, if you should send a postcard like 2 weeks beforehand and see if it makes it here before you. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Blair, still not working?
No, it's not going to work that way, man. Sorry.
Okay. Is there a way you can?
In the background.
Yeah, that's fine. I can't hear myself right now repeating. That's probably because the piano is there. But just make sure, if you can, to bring your volume down as low as you can have your volume to still hear me, because otherwise there's repeating going on is what it is.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's try it that way and see what happens.
Okay, man. I don't hear it right now, so that's good. So, Blair, give people the background on who you are and Topside Brewing.
Well, currently I'm Blair Tobin, the exceptionally technology challenged and vocabulary challenged. I'm once again going to have a debate with my wife between pronunciation and enunciation.
There you go.
Hopefully we can see each other really well.
Yeah.
Topside's been, a bit of a slow period during the summertime because we're trying to figure out our way ahead with things. But for the most part, we've been concentrating a lot on cask ale and a lot of English styles and stuff like that. So that's
Nice.
that's kind of where my heart is. And that's what we've been doing a lot of. So we've had some good support around town, especially at the Narrows Halifax Public House. They've been fantastic. And if you haven't been, please go and check them out.
And we're gonna. We need to get into where you guys can get your beer. I don't know if you realize this or not, Blair, but apparently you sent a message to yourself that said you need your wife's help on the bottom there.
Yes, that was my wife sending that message.
I'm pretty sure we had that figured out. Yeah.
My beautiful bride. Yes.
Right. So, Chris, where can we get? Where can people get their hands? Obviously, you need to visit the Harbour. I love the brewery there. I'm not sure if you remember or not, we were sitting outside for a while having a chat on an afternoon on a not so busy day. I love talking beer with you. I loved your background and I quite enjoyed it. So people need to visit the Harbour. But if they're being a little lazy or whatever reason, where else can people find your beer?
To be honest, not very many places. Hop Yard generally is the bar that takes more keg product than anyone else. They have me on every 2 or 3 weeks. Okay. Apart from that, it's local places. Okay. They want to put the local beer out there, but I have people coming in all the time saying just what you said, like where we can get your beer. And basically it's at the brewery or do the whole online store thing. We do the standard, free delivery in the HRM kind of thing. So
awesome.
That's what I'm trying to do right now. I find that trying to get draft taps in town is a difficult job. Yeah. Especially since it takes me, 40 minutes to get in there.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I know that I've seen you before at Tapestry. So I guess, but it's on and off there, I guess, at times as well, right?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Ian's put me on a few times.
Okay. What about you, Blair? Where can people get Topside?
Yeah, Topside is going to be back on at the Narrows starting up again in September. So we'll have our ESB on cask there, and periodically we'll rotate through their second beer engine or hand pull with an English IPA, and our Old Buffer English Strong Ale will come back on during the wintertime. Usually Finbar's locations you can find us. But other than that, not so much at the moment, but coming on in the new year, you'll see a little more bottled product out in the universe.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're here to talk. We're here tonight. You guys are representing CBANS, Craft Beer Association of Nova Scotia. And there's all kinds of things we could talk about CBANS. Some of the things that have been fantastic that I believe you guys are behind in terms of making sure there's more of a local product that gets out front instead of other things. People can see what's there, have access to those things in the NSLC. The biggest thing I want to talk about tonight is the entire craft beer festival. Let's be honest. Thank God it's back. COVID just threw shit to the wind, and thank God it's back. So tell us, first of all, when is it?
Yeah, so the Nova Scotia Craft Beer Festival this year is completely different. As everyone knows, COVID totally kiboshed the last couple of years of the Nova Scotia Craft Beer Festival. This year we've left the old house at the Halifax Forum, and it's going to be on the Halifax waterfront at the Salt Yard, which is an amazing venue. You get right in the thick of everything. All those great food vendors, plus all of our wonderful Nova Scotia breweries are going to be there. It's going to be an absolutely premium event this year. Everybody's going to be bumping down there Friday night and into Saturdays. And we're really looking forward to it. We're going to have some DJ music, some live music. It's going to be really great. But Larry, there's one problem with our current situation.
Uh-oh.
And that's that nobody's drinking a beer right now.
Oh, well, I listen, man, I am. So I was.
Okay, so
I can see Larry had one.
Yeah, this is
I'm going to start
Okay,
this
do
off
I
right.
have to go get one?
You're
Is
going to
that
have to
it?
go get one,
Yes,
Chris.
yes,
100%.
you do.
You may actually
Yes,
want to grab a
yes.
couple. Like I'm just going to. You might want to grab a
I'll
couple.
get a couple.
This is a double IPA that I produced called the night before, and it comes in at 8%, nice and clear. It's kind of hard to see on here, but yeah, it's
That's nice.
tropical.
That's
nice.
nice.
And what do you got there, brother?
When I was in my 20s, I'd call that the morning after the night before.
Right. Yeah. Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Because it's the Nova Scotia Craft Beer Festival, I went to the NSLC today and I grabbed
Nice.
a couple, just a little sampling of some of the breweries that are going to be there.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's NSLC, so I can't get absolutely everybody that's going to be there. But
No.
my first one is from Serpent.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I've had that one before.
Here
Yeah.
we go. There we are.
Yeah.
So this is
Juice.
Serpent's Judas, and it's a blonde. It's coming in at 5.5%. I haven't had it yet. I haven't had really much of their beer yet, so I'm really looking forward to this one.
Nice. I made sure I brought a couple along as well. So I've got Candid here and sea level. Yeah. So
Excellent.
what do you got there, Chris?
Well, I only have my stuff. Sorry.
Don't ever say only, man. It's awesome.
It's mainly foam right now because I'm trying to pour one-handed.
It was excited. That's all. It's an excited beer, man. That was the thing. So I'm digging through today, and I'm looking at the participating breweries in the Nova Scotia Craft Beer Festival. And I mean, there was there only seems to be 4 or 5 breweries there. No, I'm gonna go through the list just for everyone here. Okay, so Annapolis, Backstage, Big Spruce, Boxing Rock, Breton, Brightwood, Candid, The Church, Gahan House, Garrison, Good Robot, The Harbour, Heritage, Hilltop Hops, Horton Ridge, Lunds Mill, Meander River, New Scotland, Nine Locks, Propeller, Rarebird. I'm not done yet. Route 19, Saltbox, Schoolhouse, Sea Level, Serpent, Shipwright, Smokehouse, Sober Island, Spindrift, Stillwell, Tanner and Company, Tatamagouche, Triders, Truro, Tusca Falls, Two Islands, Uncle Leo's, Upstreet, and Wayfarers. Wow.
It's quite the lineup.
Like so I right now I'm set to go during the afternoon session on Saturday. I feel that I'm going to need to look at at least one additional session because I'm not going to be able to get through all these in one session.
But the thing is, nobody's really going to get through everything, right?
No.
There are so many breweries with so many beers. And that's the point of the beer festival, right? We want to get as many beers in the same location so you can try anything you want. But the fact is there's going to be so many, you won't be able to try them all. Sorry. No. Our apologies on that, but we'll do our best.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what? At the very least, if you can't try them all, Chris, you're getting out and meeting the people behind the glass and, getting those connections that will maybe get people to make that drive out to Musquedoboit Harbour. It actually commit to coming out there once they actually know who. And I'm a big believer in the whole grain or the face behind the glass when it comes to craft brewing. Okay, so that is the list that's there. When are the sessions in terms of the times, and let us know about ticket availability.
I'll give it to Blair.
There you go.
So the Nova Scotia Craft Beer Fest is September 16th and 17th. Friday of the 16th, I'm just looking online here. We have the 6 p.m. VIP session. and then the general admission opens at 7 p.m.
Okay.
Again, down on the waterfront at the Salt Yard. And then on Saturday, we have another VIP session starting at 1 with general admission coming in at 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have a third session at 6 p.m. For the VIP and 7 p.m. for the general admission. So that's 3 solid sessions. Tickets are on sale now. You can go online, go on to Nova Scotia Craft Beer or NS Craft Beer, or just type in CBANS in your Google search and it'll pull up that website, and just find the events spot and click the link, and there you go. There's a link in there. You can buy tickets online, and you're there.
The reality is it's going to sell out. So, I mean, I'm not sure why people would mess around and wait. I mean, buy the tickets. They're going to sell it. You know you're going to go. I saw something today that was pretty cool. You know, so let's say there's people that are finding purse strings a little tight and may wish they were around to experience it and can't. But I thought there was a really good opportunity today that CBANS came out and notified people if they wanted to come and volunteer. Can one of you guys speak to that?
I'm going to give this one to Chris.
Well, I don't actually know what. I mean, we have been looking for volunteers to help serving. There are some of the smaller breweries who are not highly staffed, obviously.
Right.
2 days, basically, of staff members going to do a craft beer festival. It's very hard for them. So we, the association had tried to reach out and get some volunteers to help out with that, so that we can have even more breweries there than we have already.
Okay. Good. And so the volunteer thing, I don't know. Do you know much about it, Blair?
Yeah, if you want to volunteer, it's pretty simple. You can send me a message on Instagram. You can go on the Craft Brewers Association Nova Scotia website and just click contact and talk in there. And if that doesn't give you any joy, just send me a message and I'll get the details for you.
Okay, and there are some good perks. So I'm not going to get into it here, but I'm going to let people know if you're interested in volunteering for this, for any one session or all sessions, 2 sessions, whatever. There are some pretty cool perks in there. I want to make sure I say hello to Tanner Brewing. Dan Tanner out there. Shipwright Brewing is on joining us. We've got a couple of Nova Scotia breweries that will be represented at the Craft Beer Festival. What else, Blair or Chris, is going to be different this year? So the last one I attended would have been, I guess, the last one. That Halifax Forum. It was fun. It was great. The plans were already in place. Things were rolling for the following one in April of 2020, and then that's when everything fell through. Obviously, due to the virus. Chris, what's different this year? Or what? I mean, were you? I don't think you were at the 2019 one, were you, Chris?
Ooh, I believe I was.
Okay.
I was representing another brewery at the time.
There you go.
But
I know where that goes. But yes, that's a different story.
Not go there. I was at the 2019 one, but the big difference is going to be the location, first and foremost.
Okay.
The Forum, God love it, is not the best space, and I think the space that we now have is just amazing. Everybody is going to love it. It's going to be outdoors. It's going to be on the waterfront. People walking by can just, can jump in if they want to as well. So I just think it's going to be a really fun atmosphere. As Blair said, we've got the live music. We've also got axe throwing. So,
wow.
Hallie Mack will be there this year.
Wow.
Yeah. Axe throwing and beer drinking. Perfect combination.
Why would it not be? And so that right there, Chris, is exactly why you can't have it at the Forum. Beer drinking, axe throwing. The Forum doesn't mix in that equation. It's too it's too small. It's too dark. It's not happening. No, that's fantastic, and some live music there as well, which was not there the last time. Any idea of the lineup? I mean, do you have live music every session?
No, so we're going to have live music on the Saturday for 2 sessions on the Saturday, or for the afternoon session on the Saturday. Anyway, it's we're locking down a great fiddler. I'm not going to announce who it is just yet until it's all locked down, but an exceptional fiddler and an exceptional guitarist accompanying her. So that's going to really bring that down home kind of feel, because this is the Nova Scotia Craft Brew Fest. So, we want to tie in all parts of Nova Scotia, which includes, that great island that
Absolutely.
is not really part of Nova Scotia, Cape Breton,
Right.
down with the causeway. Anyway,
yeah, yeah, right.
But we want to tie all that in, and we also want to attract people that are walking on the waterfront on a wonderful Saturday afternoon on September 17th. Walking down the waterfront, you hear that music going, and then you see, holy crap, I can come in and taste all these wonderful beers and meet all these amazing brewers and brewery owners and salespeople and all that stuff. And you'll have lots of even breweries that aren't participating. You'll have members of CBANS and stuff like that walking around and talking to people, and you really get a chance to kind of walk up and talk and ask questions that you may want to ask, and chat about beer and chat about process and chat about Nova Scotia and the way that the beer community is changing and the trends that are evolving and all that good stuff.
Yeah, it's look, man, I'm excited. I'm excited as hell, just because, again, I was supposed to go to the one in 2020 like so many other people. It didn't happen. And it's been missed. It's been hugely missed to make those connections, to get out there. And it's not just connections even with the breweries, it's connections with other people who are like-minded, just to be in that area. It's a phenomenal amount of fun. If you have never attended, you need to get a ticket and get out there. Chris, are you able to say what the ticket prices are? Do you know what they are?
All I can say right now is we originally came out with, we still have the early bird ticket price running right now, which is superb value for money.
Yeah.
And you should get out there and get them while you can.
Yeah.
Like I say, value for money. It's going to be quite the event.
Oh my God!
To your last point, when you were saying about talking to the brewers, that's a two-way street too. We enjoy going for the same reason.
That's true.
Because we get to chat to some people about
That's
the beer.
true. That's awesome. I was expecting something else, Chris, when you said it was a two-way street, but that came up very, very nice. And I agree. Yeah,
Okay.
it is. It's great. And I mean, this is where the show came from 3 years ago, was because the craft beer festival didn't happen. COVID happened. People were wondering how to still get their hands on craft brew. There was concerns about whether the liquor stores were going to stay open, what breweries could do at the time to be able to still make sales. And that was the entire point of this. I guess I'm trying to say full circle is, it's come to just where I really enjoy talking to self brewers, obviously professional brewers, home brewers, people who are interested in craft beer, and because this is the community thing. This to me is what craft beer becomes. It's not just the artistry of what you do; it also becomes just this sense of community where people belong. And I mean, Blair, I guess, what more sense of community you're going to get than what you guys have within CBANS? Could you discuss the craft beer community in Nova Scotia?
Yeah, I think, it's if you think about people like you and people who enjoy craft beer, you have your own kind of community itself, right? As obvious with your program here. But amongst the brewers and amongst the CBANS members, there really is a community. We share a lot of ideas. We talk all the time, and it's very simple to just send an email and hey man, I need hops, or I need malt, or
Right.
Does anybody have this for sale? And it's very quick to come in. Questions, anything like that, is very easy to be answered. So that's kind of what makes it this kind of big giant family.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what part of the province you're in. We're all so connected with technology now that things are just so simple. And just to emphasize on Chris's point about ticket pricing, it's $50 for a general admission ticket plus tax, so that bumps it up to $63.70 right now with the early bird pricing. $75 for the VIP, which gives you an early hour entry and a few more tickets, and that's about $94 with taxes and fees and all that good jazz. So that's a pretty good value considering what you're getting out of this.
Listen, man, this is what I always say: worth the money.
Absolutely
Worth the money. And when you're talking about, The regular VIP ticket is going to be $85. Right now, as Chris alluded to, it is still an early bird offer at $75. And for general admission, it will be $60 regular, and it's right now $50, so you're getting $10 off. Your ticket, if you are a VIP, you get a special souvenir tasting glass, 16 4-ounce tasting tickets, and 3.5 hours to interact with the brewers. As a general admission, you get a special souvenir tasting glass, 12 4-ounce tasting tickets, and 2.5 hours to interact with brewers and the craft beer community. I mean, let's be honest, man. $50 for 2.5 hours. That's $25 an hour plus a free half an hour. I'm not very good at this math shit, Chris. Chris is already laughing, but you're going to screw this up. I can see it right there. You're going to screw this up, buddy. Yeah, but listen, that's value. I don't know what to say. That's when you're going to go down there.
Man. It's good value. You're coming in here. You're on the waterfront, right? Like, come on. There's no better place to be in the city than on the waterfront, where everybody wants to be. You're sitting down there. You're enjoying excellent music, whether it's DJ or live music. You're interacting with people in the brewing community, not just brewers, but you're interacting with people, suppliers and things like that, people who are, all part of this industry, right? So you get a real good sense of the community and the family and what it's like, So like I said, with all of that and the music and a bit of fiddle playing, man, it's going to be a time.
Right? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know what to say. It sells itself. There's nothing that I can say to make this any better. If you like craft beer, if you are from Nova Scotia, if you have any ounce of damn support in your blood, how do you not come out to this? Then you throw in there's axe throwing. Then you throw in there's beer tickets and a glass, and you're going to get to interact with people. There's live music. You're out in a beautiful area, which is so much better, I believe, than the Forum. It's it's a no-brainer. However, for some people, and this is important for some people, the whole designated driver thing becomes an issue, which, well, I don't know if I should be driving, which, no, you should not be driving. And if you don't have someone to drive, I'm looking at this here now on the website, and designated drivers will be available for a small fee. I mean, do you know much about this, Blair? Is there anything you can say to this?
I can't 100% speak to it. I'm actually kind of looking for it right now. I remember talking about it.
Tickets will be priced at $20 plus HST, available on site, and designated. So if you are a designated driver, you'll be provided with complimentary non-alcoholic beverages.
Yeah, there we go. That's right. Yeah.
And you can get a designated. Yeah. So a designated driver ticket is $20, and you will get complimentary beverages throughout. It's pretty straightforward and simple. There's people there that it's there.
Not to mention, man, we're downtown Halifax, so getting a taxi ride home or getting an Uber or anything like that is pretty easy, right? So, and hey, it's a weekend, so grab a hotel, support even more local businesses, right? Spend the weekend downtown, make it a big, huge event with all your friends and family or whatever. And Absolutely. Come down and just have a party. That's all it's supposed to be. Just a big giant party. Everybody's having fun. Everybody's enjoying themselves, and everybody's tasting some wonderful beer.
Absolutely. Hipsta 911 out in Montreal says it sounds like a trip out east is in the works. Listen, man, you got to do it. Just do it.
It's not that far. Not that far from Montreal.
Do it.
I've done it a few times.
You've done it once or twice, Chris? Once or twice?
Yeah.
Once or twice. Once or twice. Parking as well. There's lots of parking down. I'm talking about Metro Park, Scotia Square, Salter Street lot, Lower Water Street. So parking is not going to be an issue. I'm looking to see. So right here on the website, they talk about there was discussion about beer-friendly food vendors. Is there anything happening with that, Chris, or is it still in the works? We don't know. Or are we just basically, if you want to step out and go to one of the food vendors outside the event?
Basically, we're relying on the wonderful food vendors around there, the massive variety of food available right there on the waterfront. And people are going to be able to walk in and out of the venue, go and grab something to eat, take a break, come back and, start all over again. That's the way we've kind of tried to set it up.
Okay, awesome. And is there any idea how many breweries are being represented here? Like, I'm just trying to count them off here. 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. I mean, it looks like there's got to be getting close to 50. I mean, there's got to be over 40 of them.
Yeah, man, it's almost everybody, really, right? Like,
yeah,
it's pretty close. I mean, there's some that won't be in attendance pouring, but most, 90% of them will be there.
Yeah.
So, and hey, it's not that far. Not that far from Montreal. Do it. Just do it.
Okay, awesome. And I'm trying to, is there any idea how many breweries are being represented here? Like, I'm just trying to count them off here. 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. I mean, it looks like there's got to be getting close to 50. I mean, there's got to be over 40 of them.
Yeah, man, it's almost everybody, really, right? Like, brewers or breweries will be there in some capacity, whether it's helping out or whether it's pouring, having a stand and stuff like that, or it's just engaging and partying and enjoying the show.
Done. How do people get tickets? Where do they need to go to get these things?
Yeah, it's pretty simple. You can there's a link on the nscraftbeer.ca.
Mm-hmm.
You just go in there and you can click on the ticket link. You'll see tickethalifax.com/Nova Scotia Craft Beer. Click on that link, and you can just scroll down and you can pick your session, whether it's the Friday sessions or the 2 Saturday sessions. And there's a big green button that says buy tickets.
Can't miss it. I'm from Newfoundland. I didn't miss it.
It.
You can't miss it. Like, you can't miss it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I will be there at the Saturday afternoon session. I'm checking to see if there's some way I can do the Saturday evening session as well, but I will be there for the Saturday afternoon session. So anyone who is watching this here on the podcast down the road, stop by as well. Grab me. I'd be happy to sit down, have a beer, shoot the shit, whatever, man. It'd be very, very cool. Obviously, Chris will be there. Chris, you've got to be one of the breweries that you don't have a huge staff. I mean, so are you one of the breweries that are looking for some help with pouring that day? Or those days, I should say.
I haven't been. I'm assuming. Well, I'm organizing things. I'm small enough that I don't really need more than one guy.
Okay, good.
Right, and usually it's me.
Yeah.
But for that weekend, it's going to be somebody else.
There you go.
All right. I plan on being there and me serving the beer, which might limit my ability to interact. But
yeah,
you know what? I want to be there so much to enjoy and take part in it.
Yeah.
That I'll be there, and the brewery back here will have somebody standing in. That's all.
Perfect. Blair, you'll be around. I see Topside is one of the ones that aren't represented this year, but like you said, you've got some new beers coming out. Things are in the works.
Yeah, we got some things happening. So we chose not to participate this year, and also as a member of the board of directors for CBANS, I decided that I think my efforts would be better helping out those days and being around and helping to cover off on some of the things that arise. It's a huge event. It's a huge undertaking, so we need as much help as we can get. So I'll be there in that capacity. I'll have all my Topside swag on, so I'll make sure I represent.
Nice. Nice. Speaking about swag, and I see Steve LaForest has asked something there, which I'll get in. Speaking about swag, is there anything that people will be able to buy there other than just their drink tickets? Because I know the last time I was there really wasn't anything else available. Is that something that's happening or not this year?
Well, you should see swag available for sure.
Okay, good.
We're working out about doing off sales and stuff like that. If you didn't know, there was a bunch of changes with alcohol and gaming very recently. So we're navigating those changes at the moment. So once we figure all that out, then we'll be able to announce whether breweries can sell canned beer or canned product there, or what the process will be, whether you can purchase it and then bag it and leave it behind the counter, because you won't be able to drink it inside the event. But there will certainly be swag available for sale from every brewery pretty much that has it available.
I think that'll be a huge win. I mean, I think the merchandise and the swag is one thing, but then if you can actually find beers that you enjoy and be able to take them away from there, that's a huge win-win for everyone.
Especially breweries that aren't represented at NSLC or those or any of the Miko stores or anything like that, right? So it
there's
will
several
be
of them here on this list. There's
there are, yes.
That was just what I was about to say. For smaller guys like me that aren't right downtown, that don't get that much custom, it's an opportunity for people to taste your beer, but then to take some home. And I think that works for everybody.
That's huge. I think that's a really big, because let's be honest, if I go to the Saturday session and it's over at 5, I'm not going home and going to bed. It's not happening. It's not happening. So I'm at the very least looking for some sippers after. And why would I not want to be able to pick up the beer that I liked at the show? As opposed to, and I remember the last time I was going around trying to snap pictures of beer names and breweries that I liked. Just it got a little overwhelming, and there had to be half or a third as many breweries there. So Chris, I mean, if this can be worked out, and I know it becomes a gaming and liquor issue more than CBANS is certainly not the one stepping into it. I know Chris is not going, well, I really would rather not sell any of my beer. Hopefully this can get worked out. I think that would be absolutely fantastic. 613 Craft Beer Guy says, cheer lads. I see Bebo's on. What's up, buddy? So I got to get back to Steve LaForest. He says, hey, Blair, I was wondering, when are you going to do a Pilsner or a Red? Your wife said you will do any request for me.
Nice.
Well, thank you, Steve. That's because Steve is currently, him and his wife are with my wife at the moment.
Well, there you go. There you go. That's awesome.
But I do have Pilsner in the works. That's true. Recipe development. Pilsners are one of my, I want to do one, but I really want to do it really well. And I've got 2 current recipes that I'm mucking around with constantly, and
nice.
But I'm not releasing those ones until they're absolutely perfect. If you know anything about me, like Pilsners, Helles, like anything like that, I feel is that's the test of a brewer's skill set and technique to perfect. So I won't put one out unless it's absolutely perfect. As for the Red, I'd love to do one, as well as the Scotch Ale, something like that. So kind of give some homage to Cape Breton in that kind of way.
And I would say you're right on the money, Blair. Just in the times that you and I have met and talked, I would say you're the closest thing I've ever met to anyone who is a fan of Rajskobat. That is you. Yeah. You are all about it needs to be this way. And you're very, very strict on those things and very well learned. I know that. Chris, you have to tell me, man, being from England, you guys, the one thing I'm not sure was there the last time, but please, you have to have an ESB.
I don't at present, but it's always being requested, but I have to say that I've done brown ales and things in the ambers and things in the same region. They just don't seem to be great sellers for me.
Right.
And my production is completely, governed by what sells and what doesn't.
Let's be honest. I mean, that's the reality, right? It is the reality. That is the biggest difference between playing at home versus being professional. It is not necessarily everything that you want to do. It's dictated as to what sells. Hipsta 911 says, got to release them Pilsners crispy. Amazing, you care about what you release. So that's awesome. And I think what Hipsta is, to read between the lines there are breweries, and not his. I'm not saying his at all, out in Point Claire, but there are breweries that sometimes release things that maybe they didn't put as much care into, and that's something I can say for both of you guys, having sat at both of your breweries, where you guys are brewing beer and getting to know both of you guys, talking beer. There's no doubt about that there's a lot of passion and genuine caring about what's released, and that I guess I want to get back to, before we end off here, everything with regards to, and I want to repeat it, and I apologize that we're going to go through this again, but it's important. The Nova Scotia Craft Beer Festival is back. It is coming back this September, bigger and better than ever. Again, we've got to have 40-plus breweries here from Nova Scotia. There are 3 sessions, 1 on Friday night, 2 on Saturday. You said, Chris, Blair, is it the 16th and 17th of September?
16th and 17th of September, yeah.
16th and 17th. Right now, tickets are available. You can go online and get them very, very easily. They are still early bird prices.
Mm-hmm. Get them while you can.
There's some things that you need to accept, people. If you are a craft beer lover, if you're watching this and you're anywhere in Nova Scotia, you're going to this thing. That's the reality. You're going to this thing. So why are you waiting? What are you waiting for? It's not going to get any cheaper. And it's going to be absolutely amazing. Absolutely. Yeah. And if you go and you're not thrilled, I want you to feel free to talk to my wife about it, and she will change your mind the way she's changed mine on almost. I'm just joking. I'm just screwing around. 613 Craft Beer Guy says, road trip. Yeah, man, you should think about that coming down from Ottawa.
And just one other thing, Larry, don't forget that you're going to get to try beer that you won't normally get to taste, right? Like most people get the beer at the NSLC, and a lot of these breweries aren't in the NSLC, so you'll get to try beers from Horton Ridge and Hilltop Hops and Smokehouse Nano, which I'm dying to try.
Great!
All these places, Meander River, like just come on, fantastic beer, right?
Yeah.
Right. And even some of the breweries that do come that are in the NSLC, they quite possibly could bring beers that they have but are not in the NSLC, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're getting a chance to drink beers that you're not going to get unless you go to the brewery. So
I have a funny feeling that's going to happen. I really,
Yeah.
I believe there will at least be a few breweries that bring some beers that they don't normally do, or maybe reviving some ones they haven't done in a while. Certainly, there might be a flagship or two there from people, but I think they know who they're catering to. They're catering to the craft beer community, and
Yeah.
it's going to be a phenomenal time with live music, axe throwing. You're not going to get any better, like you said, Chris. When you mix axe throwing and beer, like how much more entertainment can you get?
Well, not a lot. I would
Not
say.
a lot. The only thing you're going to get in the background is the fiddler that plays the music after the beer is drank and the axe is thrown, which is, I mean, let's be honest, it's like a soundtrack to perfection. I mean, this is heaven. Guys, this is get out and support the Nova Scotia Craft Beer Festival. Support your Nova Scotia craft breweries. Very, very simple. Get online. Just go to nscraftbeer.ca. Your tickets can be, you can get all the information you want there. Tickets sales are available through the links. You have your list of participating breweries that are there. Going to blow your mind when you see how many. It's obnoxious. It gets ridiculous how many breweries are going to be there, and it's phenomenal. As Chris very well put it, people you need to accept, you will not get to visit every one of them. That's how big this is going to be and how awesome this is going to be. This is really hitting big time. I love it. Before we end off on some fun questions, as Blair, we do. Is there anything else, Chris, that you would like to share about, what the Harbour is going to be doing there, about the show? Anything from you?
Well, I will have as many beers as I can kind of carry with me.
Nice.
There to serve, and I just look forward to talking to as many people, both in the industry and customers. Just it's a great, it's a great information session from both sides, and gets you an insight into what the customers are looking for and what other breweries are doing and everything else. So it's just a really good time to me.
Absolutely. That's awesome, Chris. And I think this is a festival that's going to make I think where, again, breweries like you, like Blair just said, like Hilltop's Hops, like Horton Ridge, that I think these shows are what, again, really connect people. And I think there's a lot of people that don't really understand how many breweries are out there. They don't really understand how many times they're passing by one that was just to the left or whatever. And I think that's going to be great for someone like you, Chris. Blair, anything else to add? And Chris, and the reason it's going to be great for you is you make fantastic beer, sir. You're a great person to talk to. And so this is why it's going to be great for you, for people just to know and get to know you. Blair, anything else from you, from Topside, from CBANS with regards to the show? Anything else you want to share?
Yeah.
I mean, one thing I know,
I
also want you, if there's anything new coming up. Now, I know CBANS has all kinds of really cool things in the works and happening and stuff like that. I'm not wanting to get into that now. I want to excite people and go, CBANS is not just sitting on this going, let's do the craft beer festival and we'll talk later about things. There are some exciting things happening. So just know that.
Yeah.
You can confirm, same.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So CBANS does have a lot of things coming up, especially in 2023. So we're looking at Craft Beer Month being reinvigorated and kind of redone in April 23. There's going to, we're looking at conference, we're looking at competition, we're looking at all kinds of different options, and those options are already in the works. We're in the initial planning phases for most of those. So there will be some pretty fun things. I will say that CBANS and the Master Brewers Association of the Americas are partnering in a way to bring a really cool competition to the Atlantic region. There will be a professional category and an amateur category. I call it amateur, and that's the home brewers, but I prefer to call it amateur. And that it's going to be challenging, it's going to be different, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So
it's exciting. It's
so
exciting.
We'll just keep your ear to the ground on that one. Follow Topside for that one if you want on Instagram. Follow Craft Beer with me for that, and just get out and have a look around. some of the beers that we have, participating, and some of the breweries that we have participating. Isn't this just a wonderful beer?
It is really, really good. Yes, I love
delicious.
that one. I was surprised by that one. Yes.
I even like Bretton's.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's funny. What a
shout out to Cam McKinnon, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yep.
I just had to get a little plug in there for as many people. I don't have a huge budget to go out to the NSLC and start raiding the beer fridge, so I could only grab as many as I could.
Well, I'm good with cracking open another one if you are. In the meantime, we've got some fun kind of questions to end off on, guys. So
yeah, let's do
it. Chris, what is the best hangover food?
Oh God, food.
I have Chris prayed to God before with a hangover, but I do not find it works very well.
I have to say I'm immensely fortunate that I never really had to experiment. I don't usually get a hangover.
Wow.
Maybe I just don't drink enough.
He's an Englishman. Englishmen don't get hungover.
I was going to say, all right.
Well, that's because we drink it at the right temperature.
Yeah.
Oh! This is the shit you're going to see at the craft beer festival.
It's the bubbles that make you hungover.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. All right, Blair, for us foolish folk, what's the best hangover food?
Okay, so pizza is my go-to for absolutely every meal of the day. But listen, you have to crush a donair before bed if you're really hurting. And then, you got to wake up with that thing all over you, and then, have a little taste, and then hit that Rotten Ronnie's. That's what's going to fix anything that ails you.
Yeah, I'm with
you.
I'm with you.
A good Caesar will firm you up pretty quickly.
Yes. Yes.
So.
Yes, I'm with you. Unless it actually scares me to think if I woke up the next morning not remembering a whole lot and being covered in donair sauce, I would be concerned about some choices I made.
It's a Halifax staple. You have to do that in your 20s. You have to go out, get absolutely bladdered, and then wake up with a giant donair on your chest.
Yes. Oh my God. Chris, least prefer. What do you prefer least? And we're going to be talking English terms here right now. You prefer least, football or rugby?
Least.
Oh,
the sport where you spend all game trying to pretend you're injured. Rather than the one you spend all game pretending you're not.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Soccer.
Yes, I'm thinking soccer might be the least, and that is, Chris. That's the correct answer. The end. Least preferred. Blair, Citra or Mosaic? No, Citra or Mosaic for you.
Sorry.
Citra or Mosaic? Which one do you least prefer?
Ooh, geez, that's tough. I really like Mosaic as a bittering hop. I really like Citra as an aroma hop. But if you use Citra as a bittering hop, you're in for a nasty surprise. So I'm going to go with Citra as the least preferred only because of that.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
I like that. All right. Man U or Man City, Chris? The correct answer is neither, Chris.
I got to go with Man U.
Oh, all right. Yeah. All right. I did a show a couple of weeks back with Cloudwater out of Manchester, and they didn't think much about Man U. They were more City for sure.
Well, to be honest, I don't really follow soccer, so I'm just going back to like when I was back in England, 40 years ago, watching soccer. It had to be Man U.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Which do you least prefer, Blair? Hair the dog or swearing to never drink again?
I least prefer swearing to never drink again.
Good, because you're just lying to yourself. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's right.
It's not that. Why? There's so many people lying to you. Why are you lying to yourself? Move on. It's going to happen.
You can do that in the night when you're praying to the porcelain god. Do that. Never drinking again. That's fine. But in the morning, hair of the dog rules.
Hair of the dog. Absolutely. I'm with you 100%. Yeah. And listen,
responsibly, of course.
What? Yes. Yes, I'm with you. Sure. I could. Yes, no, I get you. I get you.
Yeah,
Chris, what beer, if spilled on a dirty table, would you still use a straw to slurp up and save as much as you could? And before you answer this, Chris, let's presume that the room temperature is normal and the room temperature of the table is normal, and hence the beer coolness has dropped.
Ooh. You know what? I'm gonna go with well, I was for a second gonna say Dirty Blonde just because.
Oh.
Ooh. God. Theakston's Old Peculiar.
Ooh,
Nice.
there you go.
Wow.
A real beer.
That's a good beer.
Yeah.
That is a good beer. Yeah.
Yeah, and so that would be on the lower ABV side as well. Those Old Peculiars, right? You're getting. I mean, is it a high one?
No.
No, it's about 5.5.
I know it's English, but it's not.
No, okay. I didn't realize.
Well, no, I mean, typically most English beers are lower ABV. I know that.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I think Old Peculiar is up in the sixes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's about 5.5 because Granite's Peculiar was based on Theakston's Old Peculiar. Yeah,
okay.
Same yeast strain and everything, that Ringwood yeast strain. So.
Okay. Blair, should we change the food grouping as such that gravy should be a beverage?
I think gravy is completely drinkable, as long as it's made correctly. But it definitely should be used on pretty much all foods. It's great as a dip. It's great to smother things with, and you could probably add it to beer too.
Oh my God! Right? Can you? Listen, man, gravy.
I mean, nobody's brewing pickle beer yet, so
listen.
why not gravy beer?
You just made my heart flutter. Like, I mean, if you can do some of these pastry stouts, I don't know, maybe a gravy stout. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Maybe it's a good.
Maybe. Hey, there you go. New trend in Nova Scotia: gravy stouts.
Right, Chris. This is an easy question for you, Chris. Can you name one position in the game of rugby?
Hooker.
I knew you were going to say that. See, I freaking knew you were going to say that.
I had to, man.
I was saying this because of your daughter.
Right? I knew you were going to say that. Hipster 911 says, puts in gravy. There you go. Yeah, absolutely.
There you go.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. All right, Blair. If you could sell your beer in one city, which city would you be most proud that people can go buy?
Ooh.
Topside.
Jesus. I think because I really like to brew English styles, I think any I would say any city in England where it gets a good response and it gets kind of at least a little bit of a not bad. Because I know it wouldn't be anything phenomenal, right? It wouldn't be this massive,
Right.
Wow, it would be very subdued.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah.
I like Chris appreciates it. He knows.
Yeah, no. Buying tickets to Burton-on-Trent.
Right.
And
Burton-on-Trent, yeah. Up on Trent, yeah.
there you go.
Wow. Okay, before we get to the last question, which is not a question, it's a challenge, and Blair, you're well aware of this. I just want to one more time say, Blair is here from Topside Brewing. Chris is here from the Harbour Brewing. Both these guys are here tonight to represent the Craft Beer Association of Nova Scotia, to really bring not just the CBANS. We wanted to focus more tonight on the Nova Scotia Craft Beer Festival, which is occurring on the 16th and 17th of September. Tickets are still available. Go to nscraftbeer.ca. You can get all your information there. It's going to be a fantastic time. I will be there at the Saturday afternoon session, so feel free to come by and have a beer or a lot more with me. Also, feel free, anyone who finds themselves a little inebriated and doesn't know what to do with their tickets.
Send them over to Larry. Yeah.
I can recycle them for you. This is what I will do.
True.
These are the sacrifices.
Recycle.
These are the sacrifices that I make. Okay, gentlemen. The last question is not a question; it's a challenge. Unfortunately, it's become a staple of this show. And again, Blair has the heads up. Chris, you may not. The challenge is as follows: I will chug a beer if you chug a beer with me, or you make 3 attempts at biting your own ear. Now, I will say we're at about a 60-40 split. 60% of the time, people take the challenge. 40% of the time, they don't. It's totally cool either way. However, it has become a staple, and people just want to see what you're going to do. So one more time, I will chug a beer if you chug one with me, or you make 3 attempts at biting your own ear?
Well, I'm terrible at chugging beer, so I'm going to try to bite my ear again.
Oh, here we go. All right, do it.
Yeah, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Boom, boom.
Yeah, no, didn't do it, so I'll drink beer instead.
But you tried, yeah. What about you, Chris?
All right, I'm going to get the beer.
Oh, I got a
I'm going to get the beer
session tonight.
And
all right,
it's a very special beer.
Okay. Uh-oh.
So I'm going to show you guys.
He has an old peculiar in the fridge.
No, I didn't.
Not chug that. I will lose my shit.
Moon Mist.
Moon Mist.
Moon Mist.
Like the
It's
seltzer?
called
Like the ice cream?
beer. It's a beer.
Okay.
I could find out where it's from.
So is it okay? Let me know because I brought 2 size cans down just in case. Is it?
It says on the can it's a beer with banana, grape, bubble gum, and ice cream.
So it's
That's
Skittles.
Moon Mist.
So it's Moon Mist.
It's Moon Mist. Absolutely. Is it a 473 can or a 355 can? Chris, what size are we talking here?
It's a 473.
All right, then we're gonna go with Candid Dr. Strangelove Pale Ale.
Love Candid.
Yeah. Are they not the newest member of CBANS?
Oh my!
Right now?
I'm unsure.
Okay,
That's
I
a
think
good
they
question.
might be. Yeah, I think they might be actually. Yeah. I just spoke to Lori Archibald yesterday. We pre-recorded the show coming up, and when she's at Candid, and it's. Chris, my beer got all excited.
Can
too.
you see this stuff?
Yeah, listen.
Oh my God!
I just
crazy.
put a plug in for since we're talking about
I
Candid.
didn't take it.
Sorry, I let
No.
him done.
No.
Brian is the owner and brewer at Candid, and man, I'll tell you what, that guy makes his beer they're on point. Every single one. I look forward every time I go to the NSLC. Glory Days is one of my favorite beers.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I will say as well. So anyone who out there just kind of thinks that Blair is saying whatever, man. It's a good beer. Blair thinks Blair's very, very particular about beer, and he knows his beer. So if you're saying the beer is good, Blair says the beer is good. The beer is good. Me, if I say the beer is good, I mean it's probably good.
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking, man. No.
My wife calls me a snob. I call myself a stylist. So I like beer that's brewed to style, and that's just the way I am.
There you go. I am a snob. I have no issues. And you can obviously tell by my demeanor and how well and dapper I am. My refined words and vocabulary is not the same thing. I've just lost it there. Shit. All right. I'm just waiting for this.
Pronounce and
Okay.
announce.
Yeah. Okay.
Is this like, are we racing? Is this a race?
It's for the children, Chris. I'm just joking.
It's
It's for fun, man.
Okay.
It's for the children. It's for fun, buddy. That's all. It's not about who wins. Especially if you win, and it's not very important. But
right.
All right, here, man. Cheers. Oh wait, no.
Cheers.
Before we do this, are we doing it the English way? Do I have to put this on top of my head?
And drinking it backwards?
Well, I've done one with a guy from outside Manchester, and he said I lost because I failed to put the goddamn glass on the top of my head.
But he's from Manchester. Why do you listen to him?
Right, that's fair enough. Okay, fair enough. All right, buddy.
Just
Thanks,
take the
guys.
beer.
Cheers.
That Moon Mist looks thick.
Dude, that was not a good choice.
Oh my God. Oh. Wow. I'm glad I saved that for now. Wow. That was crazy. Okay.
Oh my God, you're gonna be burping up like booster juice or something all night, dude. It's crazy.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be
All right, guys.
rainbows.
613 craft beer guy. So he wants to know, was that a smoothie beer? I've never had a smoothie beer before. Does it say on there?
Certainly looked like it.
It
did
says
look very
actually
thick.
on the front. It says Smoothie Scoops Moon Mist.
Wow. There you go. Yeah.
Who makes that beer?
Kind of. See, I'm trying to read it now.
It is glasses.
Right.
Yeah.
Chris, we'll have to do another chug together at the brew festival because that's not fair, man. I was chugging a beer and you were chugging a milkshake, so that's just not fair.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. It's not like it's not like any beer drinking competition is really a competition, right?
It's not
a
really.
You win or lose or whatever, right?
And
We
for
all-
the children.
It's
Right.
called the Imprint Beer Company
Yeah.
in Pennsylvania.
I feel they may have made an imprint on you.
Yes, indeed.
Well, I find it funny that they're making Moon Mist, which is Nova Scotian.
I
Right?
did not know Moon Mist was Nova Scotian at all.
It's a Nova
I know.
Scotian flavor of ice cream. Nobody else has
Wow.
it. I
Yeah.
never heard of
Didn't know
Moon
that.
Mist before, guys.
I didn't know that.
Well, that's what I was told. But anyway.
Now you got me kind of. I know it's all of a sudden. There's our next show. Where does Moon Mist come from? I like that. That's good.
The Moon Mist.
I like that.
I chugged a Crazy Angus. Just so everybody knows, that's 7.5%.
Right.
Thank you, Brendan.
So
Right.
you did a
It
real
is
show.
an easily chuggable beer.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's saying
It's-
something about a double
it's one of-
IPA.
It's one of those beers that you don't respect until you've had 3 and go to piss for the first time. Then you're like, oh, I probably should have had more respect for that beer.
That's right. Yeah, it's a heavy hitter.
Yeah. Listen, Chris, man, it was great talking to you again. It's been too long since I've spoken to you, sir. It's been fantastic talking to you. I look forward to seeing you at the Craft Beer Festival. Likewise, Blair, it's been too long since you and I have gotten together. I do
Indeed.
look forward to doing that again sometime soon. To everyone who's watching, get out, support your local craft beer in Nova Scotia. Get out to the festival, enjoy it. You will see lots of great people there. I will be there, so there will be other better people that are there that you can meet. But I will likely be there taking your tickets if you want me to take them. I am doing a class on pickpocketing, and I'm hoping that I am prepared for the Craft Beer Festival. Thank you very much, guys. It was absolutely fantastic talking to you. Have a
it's
great
a great
night.
time,
I
Eric.
look forward to
Thank
seeing you very shortly, and boom, it'll be a time.
Yeah, maybe
It'll be
we
a
can
time.
do a little live stream from the Nova Scotia Craft Beer Fest, Larry.
Listen,
I'll be there in the crowd, so
Okay, I'm 100% in. So let's offline talk about this, and
sure.
I would I would absolutely be honored to go and even do a show from there and have different brewers, at maybe slower times or whatever. Just jump in and say
Yes, sir.
hi. That'd be very cool. So let's talk about that offline. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that was good.
All right,
guys.
and stay tuned for CBANS, people. There's some cool things coming up, some very interesting things. So make sure you pay
Absolutely.
attention. Cheers, guys.
All
Have a
right.
great evening. Thank you very much.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Cheers, guys.
Drink beer.
Thank you for tuning into this episode, and thanks to Bass Brain for the music. This show has been recorded during an Instagram live broadcast. If you enjoyed it, please share and get ready to stream the next episode of Brewers Banter.
Drink beer.